Honoring bids. So honoring bids for attention means looking for all of the small ways your spouse tries to engage with you, tries to get you to notice, tries to get your attention. People only care about getting the attention of people who matter to them. If you think about it, if somebody doesn't matter at all to you, if their life and their opinions are totally irrelevant, you're not going to care if they ever pay you attention. But the person that we care about the most is the person whose attention we want the most. And that's more often than not your spouse. And so every time your spouse tries to get your attention, maybe it's when you come home from work and your wife asks how your day was, or maybe you walk by in an attractive outfit and your husband whistles at you or tells you that you look sexy. Whatever it is, trying to notice every moment when your spouse wants to engage with you and to reciprocate that engagement. That's going to let your spouse know a couple of things. Number one, it's going to let your spouse know that you don't take them for granted, that you're not just assuming they're always going to be there. They have not just become part of the background of your life, that there's still someone who matters so much to you that you're going to engage with them every time they want to have a conversation, or they want to show you a funny video on their phone, or they just want to complain to you about something, whatever it is, showing that you aren't taking them for granted. And the second thing is you're showing them that them being there makes a difference in your life, that if they weren't there, you would notice. You would notice their absence, and because of that, you notice their presence. So taking every bid for attention, every smile, every time your spouse dresses up, every time your spouse touches you as you guys pass each other, all of the small little things, trying to notice as many of them as possible and reciprocating that by returning the attention, engaging with them, that's going to really take your relationship far. And just to put some numbers to this, the Gottmans, they're a famous married couple, both psychologists who work with couples. They have done a lot of research on honoring these bids for attention. And they found that couples who stay together, basically married couples who don't get divorced, they end up honoring over 85% of each other's bids throughout every day. That's on average. So the vast majority of the time, these couples are acknowledging when the other person wants to engage with them. Versus couples who end up getting divorced after several years, they only honor about a third of these bids for attention. So a lot of the times it looks like, if you watch them, and we know this because the Gottmans took videos of these couples while they were in the studies, you watch them and it seems like they're just ignoring each other. And this is all the more common today because of cell phones, that we'll be on our phone and our spouse is trying to get our attention, trying to show us something, and we're on our phone and we accidentally ignore them. It's not necessarily on purpose. A lot of couples, it's an accident, but just trying to zoom out a little bit and pay more attention to when our spouse wants to engage with us, that's going to reward the fact that our spouse wants to spend time with us, wants to get our attention, and you're both going to turn towards each other and towards the relationship and give more attention to each other, especially when it's needed, if you're both reciprocating.